profile. What the idea is, so that I'm new to recording Zoom and post it, but the idea is that if you miss a session, we'll be able to record these sessions and post them on our YouTube channel. Eventually, the IT person is out of town for the next 2 weeks, so there may be a delay because if I can't figure it out myself. I've put in the chat box the link to our DFEND website and our YouTube channel, and I'll discuss it later, but we will be using those. So I'm going to go ahead and get started to introduce 2.0. Let's see if I can successfully share my screen. Are you all able to see the slides?
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. And I won't be able to see the chat, so I think if you have questions, either Erin, Howie, or Angela Tassinelli can answer them while I speak about DFEND. So DFEND 2.0, for those of you who are new, DFEND stands for Diet, Food, Exercise, and Nutrition during Social Distancing. This is our first session of the second part of DFEND. So just to give you some background for those of you who are new, or maybe those of you who joined us halfway through DFEND 1.0, we launched this idea or this concept in May, and it was a way to provide nutrition, exercise, and health information to our community. And our main goals were to provide an open forum to discuss questions related to diet, food, exercise, nutrition, health with a panel of scientific experts. And we wanted to be able to provide fast facts, which we are calling kind of mini fact sheets on the topics we were discussing. So we had the fast facts as one-pagers, which can be found on our website, video and videos. And these were to help with decisions related to diet, food, and exercise during social distancing. So I will ask, if you're not muted, to mute your video. So this project is a collaboration between the Center for Human Nutrition within the Division of Agriculture and the Exercises Medicine program at the U of A. And this is in the chat box, but this is our website, the link to our website. You'll also find the complete DFEND agenda on our website. And we will post our slides from the talk, our fast facts, and our recipes. And then we do have our YouTube channel, Arkansas Nutrition and Exercise, and here is where our Zoom sessions will be posted. We started recording our DFEND 1.0, I think, halfway through, so I need to work with the IT department to have those uploaded, and you'll find exercise demonstrations, which we hope to find someone to continue once school's back in session, and cooking demonstrations. And then this is just a snapshot of our YouTube channel. And I'll share with you, oops, that's Zoom. Let's find the other one. And then this is our, can you all see the website?
Yes.
This is our website. You can get there through the Center for Human Nutrition if you click on the DFEND tab. This box should take you to our YouTube channel. We only have 28 subscribers. If we can get to 75, we can officially change our web address. And then you'll find, these are all our archived fast facts from DFEND 1.0. And so we classify them into things like nutrition, food safety, health, exercise, recipe, and then the actual slides. So you can see we already have a lot of information, and we do have our updated agenda on this website, and I'll go through it in a few more slides. And then this is just our YouTube channel. So we do have a bunch of short clips with exercise and recipe demonstrations. So we're going to continue to meet all the way through December from 11:30 to noon on Fridays. We do have a new link, which you all discovered, and everyone's invited. So people in the counties, friends, family, agents, teachers, students, we aim to deliver the information in a way that most people can understand. And so with Defend 2.0, we basically thought maybe we need to go back to the basics and give everyone basic principles and understanding on nutrition, exercise, and health to be able to make decisions during social distancing. So the main goal of Defend 2.0 is to understand the functions of diet, food, exercise, and nutrition and related to health and well-being to help make healthy choices during social distancing and COVID-19. So at the completion of the course, we hope that people will be able to discuss factors influencing their food habits and choices with leading experts in the field, identify the various nutrients, their food sources, and functions to increase your personal nutrition knowledge, locate reliable resources for food and physical activity information, understand basic nutrition principles to incorporate into healthy eating patterns, and we'll talk about that in one of the beginning courses, and discuss the latest science and food, nutrition, and physical activity with our Defend community. And so I am trying to work to fill in some of the agenda with experts in the field. So you may see speakers change over time. Oops. So the Defend team, we're a little bit smaller right now. So it's myself, Dr. Erin Howie, and Angela Tassinelli. Erin is the director of the Exercises Medicine program in the Department of Health, Human Performance, and Recreation. And Angela is the project manager and science communications manager for the Center for Human Nutrition and Project Defend. So what can we expect that makes this a little bit different from Defend 1.0? So we have a more structured agenda or schedule. Will be 30-minute educational sessions from experts in nutrition, exercise, and health. And we'll really aim to deliver information in around 20 minutes and leave at least 10 minutes for questions and answers. We'll still put up weekly fast facts on the information we're communicating. And even though we may not talk directly about recipe or exercise during our talks, we'll continue to provide resources for that on our website and our YouTube channel. And we'll continue to provide fast facts on hot topics in nutrition, health, and exercise. So I know there were quite a few topics we didn't get to with Defend Part 1. Things like, intermittent fasting or time restricted feeding and vegetarian and vegan diet. So we'll continue to add fast facts throughout this next 6 months. And if you miss a session, it will be posted on our YouTube channel. And what we're still trying to figure out is to do some sort of award for participating in Defend 2.0. So maybe people who attend like 80% or more, we would send maybe a Defend face mask or a t-shirt. We're still working on what that will be. So we do have something new for Defend 2.0, and we're going to be doing pre and post nutrition and exercise assessments. It will be voluntary, but it's through the Exercises Medicine program. So I don't know, Erin, if you wanted to say something more about what this assessment is.
Sure. So it's just a brief online survey, and we've been using it on our campus to assess the health and health behaviors, mostly nutrition and physical activity of our students, faculty, and staff. And so it takes about 10 minutes or so to complete. We'll also be kind of summarizing the reports, but we are also giving, we can give feedback to you individually to see kind of the status of your health behaviors in terms of nutrition and physical activity. And we're just trying to get, first of all, an idea of how our community is doing. So we're branching out off our campus. And we also want to ultimately be able to see if what we're doing is helping individuals to become healthier. So again, like Jamie says, it is voluntary, and we'll have more information on it in a couple of weeks, but we'd really love to have you participate in it.
Yeah, and I think one of the exciting things is that we'll be able to assess at the end, so we can share with you how you've also changed over time. So I think we just have to wait for institutional review board approval to extend to the community that receives the survey. So that should be pretty fast. And when the link is ready, we'll just send it out along with the registration link for those who want to participate. And we'll send it out every week. So if you miss it the first time it goes around, you can still participate. Oops. come on, screen. Okay, and then this is our schedule of topics. And I've just put a disclaimer that it may change based on speaker availability and topic requests. But you can see we have a pretty detailed program. And when designing this, I used the basic Intro to Nutrition course that's taught at the U of A as inspiration, because I think if we all are given just the basics and the fundamental principles, it will help us sort through the information we see, in social media or online, or when people in the community are asking us questions. So next week, we'll just kick off with some of the basics of nutrition. Where can we find the information we need related to nutrition and health? We'll go into healthy eating patterns. So the dietary guidelines in 2015 talked more about having a healthy eating pattern rather than weight loss or weight gain, and just there's a lot of different options for healthy eating patterns. And then Dr. Hallie or Erin will introduce the Exercise is Medicine program, and she did give a great talk, I think 2 years ago, to the Center for Human Nutrition about exercise as medicine. And then we'll talk about physical activity in your daily life. And then I think we'll be hearing more and more about health and well-being as we're all social distancing, and the impact this can have on our mental health and just feelings of well-being. And then Dr. Brendan McDermott, he'll talk to us about the importance of hydration in health. And then you can see we have a variety of topics going into appetite, a little bit about fasting, because we got a lot of questions about that in DFEND 1.0, but didn't have time to address them all. We'll have some speakers from UAMS talking about the science of dietary fat. So Dr. Elizabeth Borsheim recently published a paper that actually shows if you go to bed too soon after you eat dinner, that might impact your metabolism. So she'll talk a little bit about that. And then we have Dr. Hudson, who comes from Purdue University. He's also now at UAMS, talking about high protein diets. And we'll talk more about physical activity and mental health. And then Dr. Howard up in food science, he's an expert in berries and all the health benefits associated with eating berries. And for those of you who attended DFEND 1.0, we talked about that a little bit with the MIND diet. And then we will dedicate a session to vegetarian and vegan eating patterns, but I know this was a hot topic, so I'll try to get some fast facts out before we actually get to this November 20th date. And then we'll end in December and talking about the holidays and healthy choices, and just a thank you and recap to answer any questions. And if there's something that you really want to know more about that's not on this agenda, it is fluid. We can feed back to you. It is posted on our website, and I'm not sure if Mary Hightower circulated the schedule yesterday, but I'll make sure with the next advertisement of DFEND 2.0 that the schedule goes around so you can have it. And then I think that's it. Let me stop sharing my screen, but we are looking forward to continuing working with everybody. Is DFEND one, and I can see Angela provided the link. And DFEND 1.0, not everything is on YouTube yet. I think Nick Kortsmeyer, who's the IT person at the experiment station up in Fayetteville, he has it was his Zoom account. So he should be able to access the I think we recorded maybe the last 6 to 8 sessions. No, that was the whole length of the thing. Maybe the last 5 or 6 sessions we recorded. So he should be getting those to us, but I think he needed to do a little editing first. So we will make sure they're listed, because we had some great talks on food safety and fad diets and exercise and health. Yeah, so like Angela wrote, you have to register for each session separately, but it's always going to be the same link. And I'm trying to, I was trying to get a listserv set up. So hopefully either by the next time we talk or the week after that, we can provide a link where you can put your name into a listserv, and we can send you just like group emails when new information is posted. Registering for the course. Yes, registering for the course is like to log in, you unfortunately have to go in and sign up every week. but Mary Hightower and should put it on social media, and Nick Korsmeyer will circulate it around the experiment station in Fayetteville with the link each week. But I'm hoping if we can get this listserv up and running, no one's been able to sort of answer my question about that yet, that we can just make sure everyone's getting the information every week. And as soon as we have the link to the exercises medicine survey, we'll circulate that as well. It's pretty interesting information. Does anyone else have any questions or comments? We're really open to feedback. It's a short session today, but we're really hoping it's just to give everybody the tools they need to make assessments. My Car Monitor app has a bunch of different macros to choose from. How do you choose one? So I think what I usually tell people in choosing what kind of eating pattern they want to follow is you have to pick the one that works best for you. Because, like, for instance, I study high protein diets. I know the benefit of increasing protein intake in your diet, but I can't live without carbohydrates. So I know for me, like a keto diet would not work, or like an Atkins type diet. So I think sometimes you just have to play around with what eating pattern works for you in the end, because that's the one that you're going to stick with. Because a lot of them are really difficult to follow, and then people become non-compliant. And then when you eliminate one food group, usually as soon as you reintroduce it, your weight comes back, unfortunately. But we can talk more about that as well when we talk about some of the high protein diets. And if you go back to some of the fad diets from DFEND 1.0, we have a lot of fast facts on some of the diets that were mentioned in Holly's comment that should help provide answers. But yeah, is the balanced macro the healthiest? So I think macro is also a term that's like maybe social media invented, and Angela, maybe you may be able to describe more about that. But I think when we talk about macros, I guess that means macronutrients. Angela, do you have anything to say on this topic? Because I know I'm like a little bit old for the new lingo, but I'm pretty sure macro is something invented by social media to mean macronutrients.
Yeah, so they are referring to macronutrients in that situation. And I think, like Dr. Brown said, like, I think that choosing what works best for you, and if you are a person who feels like you can't cut out a full macronutrient from your diet, then choosing something like the balanced option would be the most accommodating for you, because ultimately you do want to select something that's going to allow you to kind of stick with it as a lifestyle pattern and not just kind of fluctuate on and off of it. So I think in this case, it looks like it's balanced between the 3 macronutrients. So if that seems like it might be the most conducive, or start out that way to kind of monitor how much of each you might be taking in, then I would personally recommend that as a good starting point, because like I said, you kind of want to pick what's conducive for your lifestyle and what's going to be feasible for your diet pattern.
Yeah. And balance, I mean, I know the zone diet also has a similar distribution, but what makes that one tough to follow is that it's only 1,200 calories to 1,400 calories a day. So that also becomes difficult for people to follow right out of the gate. But yeah, normally I'm not in favor of eliminating a specific food group, because I mean, there are carbs that are good for you, like in things that are high in fiber. Cutting out fruits, then you're missing out on vitamins and minerals. But because I will also put this disclaimer out, none of us are registered dietitians, so we can't give like one-on-one nutrition advice, but we can sort of make recommendations as a whole. Yeah, but thanks, Angela. I mean, I know I've asked people before about macros, but it's definitely not a term used in research or science. I think it's really like an Instagram kind of Twitter weight loss, social media kind of fame terminology. But yeah, and we'll talk about some of these concepts when we talk about healthy eating patterns in a couple weeks as well. Does anyone else have any questions? And you can always email myself or Dr. Howie or Angela with topics you'd like to have a fast fact about that maybe you don't see represented on our schedule. But we look forward, I think, to having everyone call in, and I'll have a clearer idea next week about what kind of like participation rate we're hoping for to win one of our maybe DFEND logoed materials. So yeah, so if there's nothing else, check out our website. We'll post these slides hopefully by the end of the day today or by Monday. And the schedule is up there. And we thank everyone, yeah, for calling in. We had a good first day. And please share this. It can be for really anyone, friends, families, neighbors. Yeah, but yeah, so thank you everybody. We're closing out a little bit early today, but I'm sure in future weeks we'll have a lot more questions. So have a nice afternoon and see you next week. Bye-bye.